It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Heat in Miami. For the Heat, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And the Miami Heat, retiring Shaq's number this past season. Shaq, tell us what that meant to you that night.
It was a tremendous honor. Some great memories playing in the Heat uniform. I can remember when I got traded from L.A. and I arrived there in a diesel truck, and I just told the people I was going to bring them a championship, and I delivered. Shaqstradamus did it again. The big Aristotle did it again. The big Miami Heat player did it again.
It looked like that huge jersey they raised to the rafters. Looks like you could still fit in it.
Well, I can.
Still fit in it. I think he can fit in it now. But, Shaq, you know, you helped him win that first championship, was impressive. And Pat Riley said it was the biggest acquisition that he's ever had in a Miami Heat uniform, because I don't think the other players would have followed suit that came down to Miami after you. Don't cry. I didn't mean to make you cry.
I
I didn't mean to make
we
you
were all
cry.
a
I
little-
do this all the
I
time,
think we were
man.
all a little emotional.
I make you cry all the time, man. You start crying and I start crying.
I know,
man.
and then
What
when
are
you guys
doing,
start,
man?
there's no way I get
Come
them
on,
up.
man.
Because we're so tight on this show, and when something good happens to one of us, it's like it happens to all
Would
of
you
us.
stop?
You're not supposed to cry in a video game.
Oh, man. This is ridiculous. The kids are watching us going, what
It's
are they
almost
doing?
time to tip.
Gosh, Jack.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And the performance of the Star-Spangled Banner by Linda Lynn. We are happy to have you with us tonight for the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. They're just off a road trip, and the Heat are looking to settle back in here at home. Of course, the news going into this game, Kemba Walker fell his sideline with an injury.
Kevin, he's only going to be out a short period of time. You know, he got hurt in that last game. Not available tonight, but they do expect him back soon.
And before the action gets going here, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Eric Spoelstra. What's the news, David?
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's a pretty tall order. Guys?
Thank you, David.
When you watch the Hornets play, it seems like they play with a chip on their shoulder. I mean that in a good way. They play like they have something to prove. They have a very self-driven team.
Chris, as you said, win or lose, you know that this Hornet team is going to battle you for all 4 quarters. They don't give up.
Well, a lot of that camaraderie has developed on this roster because of that. They know they don't have superstars and big names, but it doesn't deter them. They know they have a small margin of error.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Williams kicks to Batum. Back to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Well, the grit Williams played with is admirable. You love how he finishes despite getting roughed up a little bit.
When Marvin Williams came into the NBA out of North Carolina, the world was expecting a lot out of him, mostly because of where he was drafted, which was number 2 overall back in 2015. He hasn't lived up, Chris, to those draft position numbers, but he has been a solid contributor his entire career.
Well, it's not his fault the GM picked him that high, so I don't know. I think most players knew what his potential was. I just think that was a mistake of a GM. But for Marvin, it took some time, but he's grown into playing the power forward position. He came in as a 3, believe it or not, so I always thought he was at a disadvantage. He's always been able to shoot and stretch the floor from that spot, but now if he had played the 4, coming in and stretch out bigger guys, I think that would have been more advantageous for his game.
Now here's Dragic. An 11-point game for him in the win against New York. Whiteside, good.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Carter Williams against Dragic, and the shot goes down. Carter Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
Look, Carter Williams is a fantastic feel for inside the paint. Defenders have a tough time dealing with his size.
Whiteside, a screen on Carter Williams. Richardson against Batum. Here's Whiteside, and no good, trying to use the glass.
Hey, look, that's what they want. The ball is in his hands in the post. Just didn't have the touch that time.
Carter Williams, the pass to Howard. Right side, Williams. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Here's Waiters. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Right side a screen. It's Dragic with the drive.
And the reach of Howard affecting that shot.
Can't connect from short range. Here's Batum. Doesn't go that time. And Miami the other way now. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Well, also great execution. Let's not forget about that. Being active gets you only so far if you lack the discipline.
Williams gets the bucket.
Wonderful concentration from the agile Williams. He's terrific at getting whatever shot he wants down low.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Richardson with a screen for Olynyk. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And if you see the mobility of Olynyk, I mean, just taking it strong inside.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Williams attacking. Rebound by Olynyk.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Richardson dishes to Dragic. Olynyk, a screen on Carter Williams. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. 6 on the shot clock. Whiteside sets the pick for Richardson. Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got 6 points. Hornets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Lamb kicks to Howard. Olynyk against Williams. Outside for Batum. Misses the 3. For Miami, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Richardson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Miami shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And the first one drops. And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Charlotte trailing. Here's Lamb. Here's Williams. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Richardson against Batum. Richardson the pass to Dragic. Back to Richardson. Screen by Olynyk. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. Shot off the pick. Good. He hits the jump shot. 8 points for him.
Oh, man, that makes 4 of 5 shots, and he really has gotten off to a terrific start in this first quarter.
Here's Lamb. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Standing just over 6'5" with a 6'11" wingspan. Yeah, Lamb can be a difficult guard to defend when he sneaks inside.
Now here's Olynyk. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Dragic against Carter Williams. Pass to Batum. He dishes it to Howard. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Richardson with it. Another key contributor to that nice win against New York. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Zeller, he's checked in for the Hornets. Now here's Waiters, covered by Lamb. Right side a screen. It's Dragic with the drive. Shoots over Carter Williams. Here's Whiteside. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Charlotte shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Heat.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
The Heat with the lead. Dragic dishes to Waiters. Screen by Olynyk. Waiters outside. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
So a moment now to see the story on Michael Carter Williams. His last 10 games, averaging 9 points per game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Over to the left wing. And Olynyk kicks to Dragic. Waiters against Batum. Just 5 to shoot. Waiters no luck.
Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Dragic. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy points.
Carter Williams with it. Now guarded by Dragic. And Lamb kicks to Williams. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Lamb. Well, most coaches will tell you, you need scoring in the paint to be successful. And here are some big men around the league that have been providing plenty of that over the last month. The 4th spot held by Hassan Whiteside.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Look, you got to work on your game, and all these guys have worked diligently on improving all aspects of their respective low-post games. That is why these guys are the best at what they do.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Williams. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. Monk's checked in for Lamb, and Julian Stone subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Pass to Magruder. Here's Adebayo. Good ball movement here by Miami. They set the pick. A 3-ball. No good on the shot. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
Yeah, a division battle. These two squads play each other 4 times this season.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Last game he had 13.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Magruder kicks to Johnson. Back to Magruder. Passes it to Adebayo. Here's Magruder. The dish now to Winslow. Johnson the screen. Fires from deep. Here's Adebayo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
The Heat have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And that one misses. And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on the team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing that they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, you know, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
Johnson, the pass to Adebayo. Winslow against Kid Gilchrist. Johnson the screen. Winslow dishes to Johnson. Magruder. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Charlotte trailing. Now Monk. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now here's Kaminsky. D right on him. Stolen. Magruder kicks to Johnson. And it's blocked.
Now the length of Kid Gilchrist, that's what allows him to catch up with these shots. A sensational shot blocker from behind.
They now take the lead. Monk's got his first bucket of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Kicks it to Winslow. Johnson outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Charlotte shooting the ball to the tune of 41% from the field so far. Picked by Zeller. Monk with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Nobody near Kid Gilchrist trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first. Magruder passes to Johnson. Feeds it to Winslow. Clock at 6. Johnson kicks to Johnson. There's Winslow. But they get it back. Second chance shot. Count it. And the Heat lead by 4.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Dishes it to Monk. Now the feed to Zeller. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
and I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way. And when you watch Cody Zeller on the floor, you just see how effective he is. He really plays the position well on both ends. He doesn't put up those huge numbers, but the change for his team is that he is so versatile and easy to plug in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Zeller. And Greg, last season the Hornets were so much more productive when Zeller was on the floor. He was crucial whenever they came away with the win.
And many fans will tell you that Zeller was the second most important player on the team last season. Not a big box score guy, but his value to a team is undeniable.
Winslow dishes to Johnson. Johnson the screen, lets it go from deep. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Johnson in the corner. Johnson kicks to Johnson. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And so the first quarter is in the books. Heat lead by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah, this is how they squeezed out extra possessions and captured the early lead.
Johnson is out there with Winslow, and it's Tyler Johnson, and it's Magruder in at the shooting guard position. It's the group on the floor for Miami. And so here's Charlotte. They trail by 1. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played, but they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
Yeah, it was a shame anyone had to lose. Home court advantage may very well have been the difference.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team.
Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
Magruder kicks to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Back to Johnson. Good ball movement here by Miami. On the pass to Johnson to halt the run, and that one hits back iron. Hornets leading by 3. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, guys, if you're the other team, you now have to find a way to answer back. Can't afford to give up too much momentum.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo. Olynyk comes in for James Johnson. Josh Richardson's checked in for Winslow. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Rodney Magruder. And that one falls for Johnson.
And, you know, doesn't matter where you line him up. Tyler Johnson has become a playmaker. You know, had to work his way into the NBA, but he has quickly established himself. Great threat off the bench, who brings instant scoring and can be a catalyst for your offense.
Lamb, good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Johnson, the pass to Richardson. And Olynyk kicks to Whiteside. Over Howard. Whiteside, no good. And Greg with Johnson, it's that burst he plays with on the floor that makes him such an energizer.
Yeah, and for a player who isn't the biggest guard, you know, he attacks with reckless abandon. Great speed of play in the half court as well as transition. And he's really slippery and can step in if you overcommit.
Charlotte shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And the Heat making a change here. Dragic is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw no good for Williams.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big Three era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. And with sponsors coming to NBA jerseys this season, Hornets fans have to be pleased with their initial sponsor. Makes perfect sense when an owner also owns a shoe brand.
Well, yeah, and Brand Jordan as the owner sponsor just made too much sense. You like how seamless and unobtrusive it's been. If you have to have a jersey sponsor, you can do a lot worse than the Hornets.
And it goes down 2 points. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Right side up top. He's guarded by Howard. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
Now here's Carter Williams. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Another shot. Again, Williams missing. Heat have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And Waiters kicks to Dragic. He feeds it to Whiteside. Batum with the steal. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
He knows how to make the most of his tools. Batum using his length, putting pressure on the D and getting to the line.
And as great as Nicholas Batum is, the one issue he's dealt with, Greg, his entire career is staying consistent during games.
And with his skill set, it is hard for Batum to be completely absent. He can play, though, too passively at times when you know what he's capable of. And
2 shots.
He's at his best when he is active and aggressive.
Free throw good, Nicholas Batum. And Chris, usually the guys who score a lot of points get all the attention. But if you had to pick some who don't get a lot of credit for the way they fill it up, who would some of those names be?
That's tough. I think anytime you have a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, who's a big guy and one of the top leading 5 scorers in the league, I think he doesn't get enough credit for scoring. His teammate, Anthony Davis, probably because of his record and his team not winning as much, doesn't get enough credit. Kawhi Leonard, because he's quiet and unassuming, doesn't grab that credit. And then you got guys like Gordon Hayward, who's just coming onto the scene, Kemba Walker, who's exciting, and Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's a lot of guys that don't get enough credit. And if you want to go to the West Coast and go back to point guards, go to Damian Lillard, who felt he was snubbed as an all-star. But that's the great thing about this league. So many great players. You better play hard every night to get some credit, because if not, someone else is deserving to have their name up there just as well.
Here's Waiters following the basket by Jeremy Lamb. Right side a screen. And Waiters kicks to Dragic. And it's off from three-point range.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Richardson dishes to Dragic, and it's sent back by Howard.
Howard, one of the league's most feared rim protectors in the league.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Richardson against Batum. Dragic with a wide open look, and he's good on the 3-ball. Dragic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Hey, look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
Carter Williams kicks to Lamb. Carter Williams against Dragic. Yep, that one goes in there. Carter Williams has got his second basket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here is Waiters. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. High arcing shot.
You can see that he definitely takes rebounding seriously, and his size really helps him come down with plenty of those tough boards.
Williams kicks to Batum.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The Heat trail by 9. Outside Dragic. Olynyk the pass to Richardson. Howard against Whiteside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Dragic. Dragic with another miss.
Wasted opportunity. That's a good chance right there for an easy 2 on the open jump.
Lamb, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Goran Dragic.
And the key piece in one of the biggest NBA trades over the past few years. Lamb was sent by the Rockets to the Thunder in exchange for James Harden. That was a major trade.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
Free throw drops for Lamb.
Now, Jeremy Lamb, I love his game. A very lengthy 2-guard out of UConn. Still developing as a player, but he has some great flashes at times. Not terribly consistent shooter, but he's crafty, and he can get buckets. He knows how to make the most of his length on D as well.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Dwight Howard. No good on the second free throw. And with Lamb mentioning his length as a guard, last season he went off with an incredible 17 rebounds. Remember that game? Those are numbers, Chris, even centers dream of putting up.
Yeah, Kevin, I do remember that game you're talking about with Lamb. A lot of those rebounds came from his activity near the paint on both ends of the floor. When he forces himself to be involved in the action, he's at his best.
Here's Lamb following the score by Miami. Over in the corner, Williams. On the wing, Batum. Richardson cover. An even 3-on-3 break. He kicks to Dragic. Waiters dishes to Dragic. They set the pick. Right side a screen to the left wing. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 6 and the basket from Olynyk.
Wow, you can't leave him open. Olynyk will knock it down every time.
Carter Williams kicks to Zeller. Pass to Lamb. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Waiters with the ball. He's picked up by Lamb. Waiters passes to Dragic. Right side a screen on Carter Williams. Olynyk in the corner. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Carter Williams has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Batum wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3. The Heat trail by 8. Outside Dragic. He dishes it to Olynyk. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Right side a screen. Here's Dragic from outside. Nailed from 3-point land. Dragic has got a pair of triples in the second now for the Heat. Charlotte leading by 5. Here's Carter Williams. 9 points last game. Here's Williams, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Marvin Williams for a long while had been viewed as a tweener. You know, a player who was stuck somewhere, Greg, between the small and power forward positions.
Yeah, and for a lot of players, that is plenty to get you minutes. I mean, Williams has improved on his defense here later in his career, and he shot more threes, and it's really become a weapon for him over the course of his career.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Chris, we know that there are a lot of trash talkers out there in the NBA. Did you ever talk a lot of trash on the floor or do anything else to try and get an opponent's attention away from the game, get in an opponent's head?
I used to love talking, man. It kept you focused. If you talk, it means you have to back it up the next play. You can also get in the player's head, get them thinking about themselves individually. And if I get you thinking about yourself, I've already won because now you're not thinking about the team. But I tell you what, some of the best trash talkers I've ever played against, Larry Bird, Gary Payton, Rick Mahorn. Those guys talk the best trash ever, and I definitely can't repeat anything any of those guys said. But it's all out of love. It's all out of fun. And I don't remember, very honestly, anything anyone has ever said to me because it was all so outlandish, so crazy, so funny that we just let it go after the game. That's good.
Now let's take a second to bring up our rookie leaderboard for a glance at this year's top first-year free throw shooters. In the 3rd spot, Malik Monk.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
That free throw missing.
And looking at this Charlotte roster, really the strength of it is their perimeter play. A good collection of dynamic playmakers and shooters from that point guard to small forward position. They are the bulk of this team's offensive threats.
Kaminsky is checked in for Charlotte. So we can't get either to fall. Greg, the Hornets were strong outside, but weak inside. I guess they've addressed that weakness, going for Dwight Howard.
Yeah, they went out and got what they felt could be an anchor on that front line. And listen, he's going to provide that rim presence that they lacked a season ago. The question is, can he also give them some punch offensively?
Look at Kid Gilchrist in attack mode. I love it. Putting the defense in a tough spot.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, a player that isn't known for his offense but makes up for it on D. Fantastic defender who can completely disrupt an assignment in a number of ways. Very quick and can stick to someone like glue.
Good on the second free throw. And with Kidd-Gilchrist, his defense is definitely his most important asset. Really, until his offense comes along, Chris, it's how he'll make his biggest impact on a team.
Well, that's perfectly fine for a player like MKG. He gives you defense and great rebounding on the wing, Kevin. He's active on both ends of the floor, and he brings the energy when he's in.
Here's Stone, following the score by James Johnson. Monk dishes to Zeller. Now, here's Monk. D right on him. Good D by Johnson. The Heat trail by 6. Magruder passes to Johnson. Winslow kicks to Johnson. Here's Magruder. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Heat.
Well, I think a big issue for him right now is his performance from the mid-range. Just nothing seems easy for him at the moment, and it's resulted in a lot of missed opportunities for himself and his team when he's taking that shot.
Charlotte on D. They've led by as much as 10. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. There's a screen. The 3 from Johnson.
Well, it appears as though he has lost his touch a little after connecting on 2 in the first quarter. A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
And the basket by Stone.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second. If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Exactly, but you still want a decent look, because if you miss, the strategy doesn't help you.
Now here's Johnson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Knicks in New York. Winslow kicks to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Here's Adebayo. He's covered by Zeller. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Pass to Kaminsky. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Johnson, the pass to Magruder. There's the screen. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from James Johnson.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
And so that's the end of the first half. The Hornets on top, leading by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Mike, nice showing offensively in the first half. How do you keep that going?
We just got to keep sharing the ball. And, you know, if you're open, knock it down, stay confident. But the most important thing is us keep sharing the ball, making the extra pass.
Michael, you did a great job in the first half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. The second quarter went their way, all the way, as they raced to the lead and stretched their advantage to 8 points by the halftime break. Shaq, your thoughts on the Hornets?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
Well, they're trailing in this game because they're shooting under 35%. Now, I've got to give a lot of credit to the defense, forcing the shooters off their spots and making them feel uncomfortable. But if someone takes something away from you, you have to be able to adapt. So they need a whole new game plan because right now they're in trouble.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Marvin Williams, what a contribution.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Oh, yeah, creating multiple second chance opportunities, doing everything he can to try to help his team.
Charlotte leading by 8. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Jeremy Lamb out there with Carter Williams, and it's Batum in at the small forward position.
And when you're open, Carter Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
Now here's Dragic. Screen by Olynyk. Shot clock at 6. Olynyk sets a screen to Richardson. That shot no good. Charlotte shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. On the wing, Batum. Off target from outside. The Heat trail by 10. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. Dragic left side. Shoots off the screen. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
They grab their own miss. Outside for Batum. Again, Batum missing.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Richardson. To the inside, Williams. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Olynyk.
Well, when Batum, Kevin, spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Well, one reason why Nick Batum is so valuable on the basketball floor is his ability to guard multiple positions. You hear that a lot with front court players, but Chris, he gives you that flexibility as a guard.
And his length is a big part of why he's able to do that. You always want a rangy guy you can put up on a shooter for the other team. Very often, Batum plays that role because of his ability to bother shots and check a multitude of players.
And that one falls for Williams.
At this point in his career, Williams knows his role. He doesn't play outside of himself. You love that about him. He focuses on playing within the system.
Right side a screen. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Richardson the pass to Dragic. Here's Whiteside. The Hornets pull it in.
Defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Now here's Lamb. He's guarded by Waiters. No good from Lamb. The Heat trail by 9. Outside Dragic. Passes to Waiters. It's stolen by Lamb. Here's Carter Williams, fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
The level of concentration Carter Williams has on these plays, extraordinary, powering right through the contact. Yeah, it's been an interesting journey for Michael Carter Williams. He goes from Rookie of the Year to getting traded, then traded again. Had a lot to live up to after that award, but the expectations might have been a bit unfair.
And that one misses. Well, you go back to Carter Williams in that award. He had good numbers, but not great efficiency in them.
Well, I think he's settling into his niche of being a serviceable, bigger point guard. He can run a team, and although he isn't dangerous, he isn't hurting you that much either. If he ever wants to make that jump, though, he's going to have to fix that jump shot.
Now here's Carter Williams. Williams kicks to Carter Williams. That doesn't go either for Carter Williams.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And, you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you'd think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor. And, you know, last season, it seemed like it was a strong return to form for Goran Dragic. Was able to be more ball dominant when he was on the floor. And that style seems to work to his advantage. And he just seemed more comfortable in his role with this team.
Free throw good, Dragic. Greg, with Dragic and his statistical resurgence for several seasons, he had been sharing playmaking duties with guys like Wade and Bledsoe.
And as great as those players are, Dragic is best when he's the lead guard. Seems to be best paired with a shooter. A player's mentality can change when he is or isn't the primary ball handler, and that's been the case with Dragic. And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Richardson, good.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
The shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. Again, Carter Williams missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Waiters kicks to Whiteside. Whiteside a screen. Whiteside a screen on Carter Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Carter Williams. No good from Dragic.
Wow, he's really been dragging them down tonight.
Carter Williams dishes to Howard. Second shot opportunity, and it's Whiteside with the rebound.
He's been off target for the most part, but it hasn't held them back as a unit.
And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Dragic.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Williams against Olynyk. Here's the dish to Lamb. Down low, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Heat have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Whiteside a screen. Waiters gets a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Charlotte leading by 7. Carter Williams with it. He's got 6. Kicks it to Howard. Batum with the 3. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, that just speaks to the confidence Batum has in himself. He likes to catch and shoot, Jay, because it catches defenders off their guard.
For 3, Richardson, and the 3 ball is good. Richardson's got 11 points.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Now here's Howard. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And checking out some stats for Waiters, how last month turned out for him, averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Williams. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Monks subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. And Land drops them both. The NBA coaching ranks always looked at and scrutinized. Only 30 great jobs out there in the league, and yet they're on the firing line, it seems like, every season. Chris, what enables head coaches, in your opinion, to be successful? And has that changed over the years?
Well, I think what allows you to be successful, first of all, what is your acumen for the game? Can you communicate? Can you inspire players? Are you a humble guy? And, you know, I think those are the main things that you have to, you know, have as a coach. But, look, players get traded all the time. Everybody's under pressure. So, you know, just got to do your best and keep it moving.
Now here's Johnson. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist unable to get his shot to go.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Howard. 5th in rebounding, 13th in blocks, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. And that one falls for Johnson. Some changes for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Howard. And Julian Stone subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Charlotte with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Here's Monk. Miami grabs the miss.
I'm not sure if the D bothered him or if he just lost concentration on that one, but that's a layup he should convert.
Johnson kicks to Magruder. Johnson outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
And when you look at Kid Gilchrist, and he is certainly known for his ability to defend and attack the rim. He's a terrific athlete, and he uses that athleticism on both sides of the floor. And just the prototype when you look at that hybrid forward position.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Magruder. Offensive rebound. Adebayo. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Frank Kaminsky picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Monk. He's got 7. Feeds it to Stone. Dishes to Kaminsky. There's the pass to Stone. The feed to Zeller. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Johnson kicks to Winslow. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Winslow. They set the screen. Pass to Magruder. Johnson the screen. Dish now to Winslow. But they get it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Here's Adebayo. He's covered by Zeller. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Charlotte leading by 3. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. He feeds it to Monk. He kicks it to Zeller. Kid Gilchrist against Winslow. Charlotte no good that time either. Miami's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pass to Adebayo. Johnson kicks to Johnson. And there's the pass to Magruder. Johnson dishes to Johnson. Knocks down the step-back J. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's not a possession they'll want to repeat. Despite the points, they got to get a better shot than that.
Stone passes to Kid Gilchrist. That one goes in.
Man, I like it. How hard Kid Gilchrist works for these close-range shots. It's just a testament to how much confidence he has in himself.
Now here's Johnson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Johnson the screen. Johnson kicks to Winslow. To the inside. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
Oh, yeah, and as a big man, you need such an aggressive move. That's the tone that you want to set, the attitude that you're trying to play with your teammates to follow.
Now here's Kaminsky. Stone kicks to Monk. Count that one. Monk's got 9.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Kicks it to Winslow. There's the screen. Johnson the screen for the tie. Bangs home the trifecta. And it's 7 points for Johnson.
Oh, simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
Here's Stone. 6 points for him. He dishes it to Monk. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Feeds to Kaminsky. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Just 3 to shoot. And here are the Heat. They're on a 16-6 run. Johnson left side. Dishes it to Johnson. For the lead. The Hornets pull it in. Kaminsky's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Baseline try. Here's Zeller, a second chance effort. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
And that one misses.
Out of sync at the line. It's really been a consistent problem for this team.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
An uneven trip to the line, but they do come away up by 1.
Here's Stone. He's guarded by Johnson. Stone dishes to Kaminsky. It's Kidd-Gilchrist on the wing. Off the screen. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Heat out front. Ending the third quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
We got to get to defending them, and we got to get attacks. Attacks in the paint without turning it over. Best way to do it is to trust each other right now.
And Eric Spoelstra asking his guys to be both aggressive and efficient. Tall order.
Yeah, and sometimes when the aggressiveness goes up, the efficiency goes down, and vice versa. They're just going to have to walk that line and find a good balance between the two.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Waiters and Winslow are the wing. Whiteside is out there with James Johnson. And it's Dragic in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters.
Free throw, no good. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Miami. Richardson comes in for Justice Winslow. And then for Charlotte, Williams comes in for Frank Kaminsky. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And the second free throw, good. The Heat leading by 3. Outside Dragic. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's the feed to Stone. Down low. It counts. And the foul. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Now there's the high basketball IQ of Zeller. He knows he's going to get whacked, but he turns it into an and one. Well, Cody Zeller isn't looking to impress anyone with this play, but he is a solid contributor on the floor. I mean, runs the floor well, he's very good around the rim. Great efficiency on the touches close in that he does get.
And the Hornets making a change here. Lamb's checked in. And with Zeller, it is that efficiency with the ball that you really like about his game every season, Chris. He gets more and more comfortable helping carry the scoring load.
Well, Zeller does a good job of always having his hands ready and being in a position to score. He's great at finishing on those dump-off passes. He knows how to roll and finish strong.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
Lamb, good.
Now, it's still a balancing act between production and potential. Lamb is having a huge scoring night, which hopefully he can build on for the future.
Outside Dragic. Olynyk, a screen on Carter-Williams. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now here's Carter Williams. Lamb passes to Batum. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And stolen by Zeller. Lamb with the ball, and it's Waiters picking him up. They get it back. Outside for Carter Williams. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Batum, and Whiteside sends it back. And they'll keep possession. And the whistle blew, so that'll be a shooting foul. Great defensive effort there with the blocked shot. But he got more than just the ball that time. Free throws coming up right now.
And one thing that gives these scouts confidence in Zeller's ability to expand his shooting range is the fact that he's been a solid free throw shooter ever since he's entered this league.
And so Zeller nails both of them. Miami's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Waiters dishes to Whiteside. Whiteside a screen. Richardson kicks to Dragic. Whiteside a screen on Carter Williams. Dragic, again the Heat, good for 2.
I mean, all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Carter Williams kicks to Zeller. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. And stolen by Richardson. And it's Dragic off the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
Picked by Zeller. Batum a screen on Whiteside. Williams from outside. They get it again on the wing. Batum tries again, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
It's stolen by Carter Williams. Here's Lamb up and in on the layup. Lamb's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's a rangy strider, but Lamb able to beat the defense up the court and finish the play.
And Waiters kicks to Olynyk. There's a good screen. Pass to Dragic. It's Richardson on the wing. Clock at 6. Dragic with a screen for Richardson. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Heat lead by 4.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Now here's Lamb. Outside for Carter Williams. Here's Batum, and the shot goes in.
And Batum really likes getting shots off from the interior, using those long arms of his well to release the shot over the defense.
Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. That 3 off the mark.
So you can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
Here's Carter Williams. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Heat have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Waiters outside. Whiteside the pass to Waiters. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Oh, man, yeah, he read it all the way. He got a jump on it. Very close.
Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Cody Zeller. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
And guys, they're showing great instincts too, anticipating how the ball was going to come off the boards and timed it out perfect.
Batum dishes to Carter Williams. Pass to Howard. 4 on the clock. And Batum kicks to Williams. Shoots over Olynyk. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 16 points for Williams.
Well, it's all about a rhythm for a player like Williams. He's effective at shooting right off the pass.
Whiteside a screen on Carter Williams. Baseline jumper. Again, Dragic missing. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Batum. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even.
And really, Batum is so adept at draining these shots off the drive, using his speed and athletic frame to easily coast to the rim.
Right side a screen. The dish to Olynyk. He feeds it to Richardson. Inside. Here's Whiteside, and it's sent back by Howard. Richardson against Batum. Howard setting the pick for Batum. On the wing, Lamb. Over Waiters, and Jeremy Lamb, the bucket on the assist by Batum. Lamb's got 9 points here in the second half. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Richardson with a screen for Whiteside. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Dragic has got the game tied up here for the Heat. Carter Williams against Dragic. Howard with a screen on Dragic. Carter Williams, the pass to Williams. And the three off target. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. And it's sent back by Howard. Now Carter Williams. Back to Batum. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 4 assists in the game. And the Heat call time here. And just a year ago, it seemed that things were set in place for Howard, playing for his hometown team. But in a surprise trade, he was moved out to Charlotte.
And there seems to be a lot of reasons for the trade. I mean, Howard wasn't the right fit in Atlanta, a team trying to get smaller and younger. Never easy to get traded from your hometown team.
Johnson, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him a little.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Howard with a screen on Dragic. They set the pick. Stolen by Waiters. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Passes it to Waiters. Over Lamb. And it's Waiters again missing.
I'll give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
Here's Williams. Great D that time from Johnson. Miami's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Dragic from outside. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Charlotte has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Lamb dishes to Williams. He kicks to Lamb. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 21 points for Lamb.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. Waiters outside. Over Lamb. But they get it back.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And the pass to Williams. Now here's Lamb. He's guarded closely. Batum attacking, and Batum throws it down.
And these big shots are ones Batum hits all the time. He is so calm in these moments.
Waiters passes to Johnson. To the paint. Howard with the steal. Here's Williams. that one falls for Williams. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Kicks to Richardson, and Dragic has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. It doesn't go for him. And the Hornets now going the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. The shot by Williams, no good.
And it's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Waiters outside. And it's sent back by Howard. Land dishes to Howard. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Even that close to the bucket, that's a very tough finish in that contract.
Richardson, no luck. Hornets leading by 4. Here's Carter Williams. Here's Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
1:12 left here in the 4th quarter.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, we know some crazy stuff happens out there, but everything would have to go their way when we finish this off.
Now here's Dragic. Kicks it to Waiters. Right side a screen. And Waiters, here we go. That one good for 2.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line. These are competing guys.
And stolen by Richardson. From about 16, Waiters no luck. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Come on, man. The concentration that Batum has had on these and-one plays is amazing. He's used to finishing through physical contact.
The Heat making a switch here. Olynyk checked in. Throw good, Nicholas Batum.
Well, that is because Batum is one of the most versatile players in the league. His ability to score from any spot, pass, rebound, and defend, that's what makes him so unique and important.
.32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. No good from Dragic.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off. Great game for him, double-double now. 10 points and 19 rebounds.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
Johnson kicks to Magruder. To the wing on the left. Screen by Olynyk. Pass to Magruder. From beyond the arc. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Here's Stone. And so it's Charlotte with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Michael, the key to this game for the team tonight?
It was just a team effort. You know, we moved the ball on defense. We were trying to help everybody out and be in the right spots all the time, and we were able to come up with the win.
Part of a rebuilding team here, Michael. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.